Okay, today's video, we're going to make some dog ramps to get on a bed. Steps, ramps, whatever. My daughter has a couple small dogs, some Dachshunds, and she asked me to get her something to get the dogs up on the bed. I looked online here. There's a million different ones you could buy. A lot of cool ideas that people made on there. But most of it looks like furniture, and it takes up a lot of room in your bedroom. So I'm going to try to think of a way to make this to where it could be as minimalistic as possible and maybe store away if you don't need to use it. But I don't know, Sunday, something to play with. So let's see what we got in the garage and see what we can make. Okay, so here's some height on the bed here. This isn't her bed. This is just one of the highest beds we've got in the house, and it's just about 28 inches high. So I'm thinking maybe a 3-foot ramp. So there's a 3-foot, there's an angle on a 3-foot ramp right there. And if I did a 4-foot ramp, that's the angle there. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll see what we can do. So I just picked up a 8-foot long, already primered board, 10 inches wide, half-inch board, and I'm gonna cut it at a 45. Okay, so we got our 45-degree angle on a 3-footer. So let's cut 4 foot. Let's do a 4-foot angle. I'm trying to keep this square factory edge finished, so I'm going to cut it from the same side. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. This board's going to come up and connect onto there on that 45, and then I've got some metal brackets that I'm going to bend so you could just hook it onto here. So I'm thinking this bracket's going to go down half-inch, or let's see how tall it is. It's 3/4. So 3/4 and 3/4, an inch and a half. So we want this bracket to be an inch and a half at the bend. So we'll go an inch and a half. Well, there's a third hole, so I'll just bend them at the third hole. That's like an inch and 3/4. So I'll bend it right in the middle of the hole on each one of those, and then that's going to hook in here. We've got to make our bends on these right at that third hole. So let's go to the vise and bend these things. Okay, so I'm going to bend it at this third hole, right in the middle. And we'll get that. Don't mind my wintertime garage. Okay, so that's going to hook, that'll hook down into the board. Let's do that. Okay, so there's the first bend right there. So that's going to hook in just like that. And I wanted to go 2 inches, but this third hole right here just seems like an easy way for it to go. So it's going to hook in like that. Hook in just like I had it here. That's going to come across to this third hole and then bend down, or this hole. So this one's going to be our next bend. Okay, so let's go up there and see how this is going to work. So I'm going to cut that out right there, and then you could put it around the other side too. So I've got to notch these 4 spots out. So I've got an oscillating tool. Let's see if this oscillating tool can get in there instead of the jigsaw. Maybe it can make a straight line. Well, that thing went right through there. Let's see if this angle works. Oh man, look at that. That's perfect. Look at that. That's going to work out good. So there's both boards with the straps on each side. So this is the 4-foot board and that's the 3-foot board. So my theory is if you need a 3-foot ramp, you just take your 3-footer here, hook in your 3-footer. I won't put it all the way in, but then you have a 3-foot ramp and you can swing it around to the other side if you want them to come up from that side, depending on how your bed's lined up in your room. And then you take this 3-footer out and you need a 4-foot ramp. You would just swap them around and put your 4-foot onto your 3-footer. And then whatever one you don't use, you slide in between your mattresses, the bed spring and the mattress, and that'll hold it on there. But I'm going to put some glue on this and some carpet or something so the dogs can run up it. So what I got here is just some liner for like your toolbox or cabinets in your house, and some spray on glue, and we're going to just lay that on there and we'll trim it off. It is freezing cold out here today, by the way. The camera keeps dying on me, and I don't even know if this is going to stick on here, but we'll try it. It's Gorilla Glue. It should stick to everything. We're going to trim this off later. Actually, it feels like it's sticking on there pretty good. It's not even moving. Okay, let's go get some scissors. We'll trim this. Wow, look at that. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Now what I'm thinking is let this overhang these brackets. See where these brackets are? Think about letting that overhang so you don't see the brackets. That. So when you hook it on, this flap will go over top of the other board. Let's see if we got enough to do this one. Might not have enough. Wow, just enough. We'll start from the bottom. All right. So there we go. See how that looks? Just a little hook. And now all I got to do is just poke the holes through to find out where this is going to lay on top of that. So Okay, so here's the two boards, the 3-foot ramp, the 4-foot ramp. Now that I'm looking at it, you probably need a 2-foot ramp and a 3-foot ramp, but I made it reversible, so you could use either one. And here's the design. You can see our little hooks that we put on there, the brackets. Then we put this on, and you can kind of see them through here a little bit. And on the opposite end is our 4 slots for the hooks. So I'm thinking if you want to use the 3-footer, you would just straighten these hooks out, and you would slide it between your bed and your box spring, however far in you want it. And if you want the dog to come from that way, you would just hook it in here, just like that. And he could come up from this side and jump up on the bed. Of course, this would be pushed all the way against there. You would slide it all the way in. So if you didn't like that, them to come in from that angle, you could just reverse your board and they could come in from this way. Now that's a 3-foot ramp right there. That actually looks pretty good. A 4-foot, now if we took the 3-foot, slid the 3-foot under the bed, and then hooked this 4-foot on there, you would have a really nice angle. But that's why I made it. 2 different ones, so you could use either one you want. And it's the minimalist design. I'll patent pen this later. But what we're going to do, if you don't need this one, you would just flatten these out and slide it underneath your bed and just hook them on either way. You wanted the 4-footer, same thing. Flip it on, hook it on this side, and look how long that ramp is. I guess that's really good if you had a really high bed. So, and then if you didn't want to use them at all, you would just slide them underneath your bed. You could just put them away underneath your bed. We can't with this one because this is like a captain's bed. There's no way to get underneath it, but that's called the minimalist design. But that's it.